Hello, now we will solve the following exercise using the Python language. Write a Python program with a function that receives a string of characters and return the reverse string. As always, the code and exercise list is in the description of the video, and if you like, subscribe to the channel. Well, let's think what we will do here. We have to make a function and we have to test this function. So let's divide our code here. The functions and the main, where we will test the function main. Okay, in this main we have an example here from the exercise and we can test this example. So this list example, no, not list example, string example, and we will print is string reversed. So reverse the string, which will be the name of our function, which receives this string example. Okay, so now we'll have to make the reverse string, which is the function that will reverse the string, and this function will receive an input list, input string, and will return the reversed string. Okay, now let's think on how we will do it. Well, we have slicing, which can be used to reverse the string. We have loops, general loops, for loops, which can also be used to reverse the string. You can just read the string and from the end to the beginning, and concatenate this in another string. And we have lists. Yes, the list, they have an inbuilt function to reverse the list. So we can turn this string into a list and reverse the list and turn back to a string. Okay, which one should we? Well, let's do the three. Let's do the three ways, true forms to do it. Okay, so first way to do it, let's use slicing. Or reverse the string would be an input string, reverse, and that's it. That's basically it. Let's test it. Perfect, that's it. For those of you who are not familiar with slicing, we will explore slicing in the future. But slicing is basically this string example here. It is an array of characters. So for example, we can print this array in the position 0, and this should print the I. Yes, I. With slicing, we can access many portions of this array at once. So instead of just accessing the position in the index 0, we can access, for example, from 0 to 5. And it should print that word, yes. This is slicing basically. It's accessing a portion of the array itself, a slice of the array itself. Not just one position, a slice of the array. And this is very important and very useful. We will explore in the future, but this can be combined with broadcasting and vectorization and perform wonderful things in Python. We will explore it. So let's go back to our exercise at the end here. The first way is slicing, inverted string. Second way, let's do it through lists. Yes, reverse the string. We turn the input string in a list. So our input string is now a list. Okay. And this list that we create in the reverse string, will be reversed with the inbuilt function reverse, and then we turn it back to string, joining the elements from the list. So reverse the string will be, we can use the input join method from the string to do it, and reversed string, and this should be it. Let's see. No, local variable reversed, no, reverse string, reverse the string. Okay, yes, that's it, perfectly it. What we did here, okay, but turning this string into a list, we separated the elements. So for example, here we have the string example, which are all the elements together in a string. We can turn this into a list and separate each element. So the string example, and separate the elements here. All the elements become separated, and we can use the very reversed procedure from the lists to reverse the order of these elements. So temp dot reverse, and now the order of the elements is reversed, and we can turn this back into a string by joining it together. So temp dot join temp. That's it. This join basically takes the different elements and bend them together into one string, join them together, as the very name says. Okay, this is the second way, it works. Now let's go to our third way, which is the loop. So third way. Now, if we are using a loop and concatenating each element from the end to the beginning, we will need a empty string at first. So the reverse string will be an empty string at first. Okay, now we go for each element in the input string and concatenate it in the reverse string from the end to the beginning. So for I so the index that we use in range input string, because I want to go through all the indexes of the input string. Okay, and for each one of these elements we concatenate. So the reverse string reversed string will be the reversed string concatenated with the input string from the end to the beginning. So input string, let's break line here, input string, the end, we start at the end and we go back to the beginning. So this should be it. Let's test it. Perfect. This slash here breaks line and allows you to write as a single instruction in multiple lines. So for example, here I'm using 2 lines to write a single instruction. Okay, let's review what we did here. We declared an empty string because we want to add element by element. Okay, and we navigate through the array. For each index of the array, we navigated from the end to the beginning. So we started at the position length of input array, and we started by decreasing I. So the I goes through the index, which, for example, if we have 10 elements in the array, the index goes from 0 to 9. So we started by taking away 0 from the 10 elements, then 1, then 2, then 3, and then navigate from the end to the beginning. And the -1 here is very important because our indexes, they start from 0. So if we have 10 elements in the array, we go from 0 to 9. So we have to put the -1 for it to work. And that is it. 2 ways to do it. Thank you very much.